they've been fighting to overcome.
In Radio Balam's small studio in Oakland, language is a lifeline. Words matter, especially when most of the world can't understand.
We were feeling so isolated, so I decided to create Radio Balam.
For some, hearing the radio broadcast can feel like a miracle, like being home.
Mom, it's my first language. Spanish is my second language.
Crescencio Ramirez, founder of Radio Balam, broadcasts from community events in Mom. Just listen.
Fue un placer lo que me presentar también música y también comida, pues fue un placer de trabajar con ellos.
Mom is a Maya language more than 3,000 years old, still living on the tongues.
I know it's hard. You have to use your language. You gotta push your tongue all the way up.
Of Maya people today.
We use that so much, like Tintai, ¿cómo estás? How are you?
Mom is spoken in Guatemala, parts of Mexico, and now in Oakland and the San Francisco Bay Area.
I was born in Guatemala. I came here when I was 4. It was very difficult at the beginning because there was not too much of my community here when I came in the 1999.
Catarina Mendoza Ramirez says now in Oakland's largely Hispanic Fruitvale neighborhood, there are Guatemalan shops and food trucks owned by Mom-speaking people. The Oakland Unified School District says they have about 1,800 Mom-speaking students and have added a Mom translator to their staff. Mendoza's group, Voces Maya, and other advocates try to help many Mom immigrants who can't speak English or Spanish.
The older folks need access to resources to learn English.
Lost, lonely, and a lot of discrimination.
Carlos Jimenez has felt discrimination firsthand as a minority within the Latino community here. He and his sister were among the first immigrants from Todos Santos in Guatemala.
When you move to another place and they find out you're not belong to that group, they will make fun at you. That's what happened to us.
This month, San Francisco City College held a Maya cultural festival at the Mission campus, and people came wearing traditional hats and clothes with pride, sharing their food, culture, and beautiful woven textiles. This celebration of heritage is also a celebration of survival.
In Guatemala, there's a lot of violence.
Mom speakers have survived, from Spanish conquerors to Guatemala's violent civil war in the 80s, when soldiers targeted indigenous people.
I came here without my mom, without my father. I spoke just Mom, a little bit of Spanish.
Damaso Kamal was a teenager when he came to the Bay Area. He remembers one class when a teacher suggested that Maya people no longer exist.
I went to school here and they were saying that we don't know what happens to the Mayans. They disappeared about 1,800 years, something like that, right? And I just laughed, you know.
Nationwide, there has been a new focus on Maya Mom speakers, as many Guatemala immigrants have been caught in the political battle over the border.
The discrimination that comes with speaking an indigenous language, especially in our own countries where, you know, a lot of us are not respected, are not treated as equals to those who spoke Spanish, which is the national language.
Oswaldo Martin made national news. He grew up in Oakland, became trilingual, and worked as an interpreter in immigration courts. He says many Maya immigrants were given Spanish interpreters, even though they spoke little or no Spanish. It's a challenge for him and other interpreters. Mom has some 15 dialects, and the remote and mountainous communities have meant there is no standard Mom language. Another challenge is that Mom is just one of 22 Maya languages recognized in Guatemala.
I speak Quiche, I'm from Guatemala, and I am an interpreter.
At the San Francisco Maya Festival, Francisco Icala says his Maya language, Quiche, is spoken by about 20,000 people in the Bay Area. And there is also Yucatec.
Communication ways in the Yucatan language is Bishabel, which means how are you? And then you pronounce Malog,
which means I am good.
When I was a kid, it just kind of thought, oh, we're all Hispanic, so we all kind of understand each other, it's fine. But as I grew older, I started moving out to different parts of the Bay Area, and I learned that, no, it's not a monolith.
It is a mosaic.
And I'm just a part of the community, Latina, and also my mom, and be very proud of that.
Proud as a new parent, Calmo and others are dreaming.
It's my dream to have a beautiful family so we can live in peace.
Dreaming of peace and the hope of passing the legacy of language, the mom language, to his son, Mateo.
Hopefully he doesn't have to go through the same thing as I am going through.
Because somebody paid the price for them to be here. So they should be proud of and remember who opened that door for them. We're so proud of who we are, where we come from, and we didn't want that one to get lost.